How you doing, Mr. DJ? We're soon countdown on my fancy playlist. And boy, I got a whopper right here for you, debuting at number 37. This song was too hard to be top 40, but heavy rotation on MTV. Talking about a timeless alternative hard rock classic record. Nirvana, Heart Shaped Box at number 37 from the album In Utero. Actually, Kurt Cobain was going to call this album originally. Well, here's the deal. Sometimes when a person would ask Kurt Cobain, "Hey, how you doing?" Kurt Cobain would reply, "I hate myself and want to die." And that was what he's going to call the album. But he settled for In Utero. It was based on a poem, title of a poem that his wife Courtney Love had written. A lot of interpretations of this record. But one possible interpretation was about his tumultuous relationship with Courtney Love. And the lyrics do supply some clues. It mentions a couple of astrological signs. Pisces, Cobain was Pisces, Courtney Love was Cancer. Now, after they met, Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain, after their second meeting, Courtney Love sent Kurt Cobain a box, a heart-shaped box, full of all sorts of paraphernalia, including a doll's head. And both Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love, they shared a fascination with dolls. As a matter of fact, this ties into something else beautifully, just seamlessly. You might remember a song that Courtney Love did back in 1994, 95. Remember watching the video on MTV? It was called Doll Parts. Behold, Courtney Love on lead vocals. Kurt Cobain, I read about the suicide in a book. It's by an English author. It was really good. Don't remember the name of the book. But apparently his body was found by chance. An electrician who was installing a burglar alarm found Kurt Cobain. Saw him through a window, I believe. His corpse. He had been dead for 3 days. A shotgun. There was a mention about suicide in the video and the song. Let me bring that up. There was a quote that a lot of people think was a clue into the suicide. Here it is. Throw down your umbilical noose so I can climb right back. And some people thought that may be Cobain's way of saying, I want to climb back into my mother's womb and just start life all over again. A lot of people feel that way. That is kind of a universal message. But again, this is a song that's just subject to a lot of interpretations, like those old Beatles records that were, you can interpret them about a million ways. Anyway, classic at number 37, making its debut on my fancy playlist. And by the way, his body was found, Kurt Cobain, it was April 8th, 1994. Of course, if you're a Nirvana fan, this is old news to you. You already know this. But to the casual listener, may not be as aware. Nirvana's Heart-Shaped Box from their third album, In Utero. I believe I pronounced that right. Utero. Can't pronounce words correctly tonight for some reason. But anyway, we got Nirvana at number 37, making its debut on my fancy playlist October 10th, 1993.